everyone, this is Beth Castellini with Lizzy Stamps, and today I'm here to show you another new sweet collection that is in our mini catalog, and this one is really pretty. So here's our mini catalog. It's January through February of this year, and there are some really wonderful sweet collections. And what I mean by sweet collection is that everything comes together. So here you have these wonderful, it's called Friends of the Ocean, and look at these beautiful cards that you can create. One of the things I love about this, and some of you already know, is I love anything that cuts out the designer paper with the dies. So here is the collection, and this one has a bundle, which is the Ocean Friends bundle. And then, so you have these really awesome dies, and these two dies cut out the crab and the lobster that comes in the designer paper that I'm going to show you. The other product that comes in here is the Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. I'm going to show you those in a minute. Then the Soft Waves de-embossing folder, and then this really pretty paper, and I'm going to show you the bright colors: Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Lemon Twist, Summer Splash, and Berry Burst. So if you want to, you can get the whole collection, and it is $81. And I love that they have the item code, and you receive everything in this suite. If you don't want everything in this suite, you can still buy the bundle, which is the clear photopolymer stamps with the matching dies at a 10% bundled savings. All right, so that is really fun. So you don't have to get the whole collection. You can, and it does give you the item numbers for each of the products that are in the suite. And as I said, I love everything that comes together because I think it's really fun to make the cards with everything that you need. So I'm going to show you some of the products right now. The other thing I want to let you know is that during Sale-A-Bration, which is our time where you can receive a free product for every $60 you spend. So when you get this sweet collection, you can order from the Sale-A-Bration catalog. So, and this is going on now through the end of February. And there are some really great products in here that you can pick out for $60, or if you decide that you want to spend over $120, you can receive this bundle as well as this wonderful Corners in Bloom stamp set. And also we have a joining feature right now for the time of Sale-A-Bration. If you would like to find out more about Stampin' Up and see what we have to offer, there is a join incentive, which you can pick 2 of our Color Family Stampin' Right markers and this wonderful Handmade Designs stamp set that comes exclusively just to those who sign up. Or if you decide you do not want this, you can add another $30 in free product for joining for $99. So even when you join for $99, you still get to pick $125 worth of product. So you have 2 options. You can get this, or you can get an extra $30 of free product. So I think it's a great time just to really test out what Stampin' Up is all about. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the features of this suite. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything that I need, and this is the card we'll be making, like I said. So you get the bundle. This is the Oceans. This is the Ocean Friends photopolymer. Like I said, it's clear, and the matching dies that come with it. Here is the clear photopolymer stamp set. I love that they're clear because you can see exactly where you're stamping. And I do love that these are innies and outies. So what I mean by that, so you have your solid crab, and then you've got the defined line crab for the layer. Same with the lobster. And then you use cute bubbles, and then you have the seaweed, and you've got the coral. So we're going to be using some of these stamps today, and then some of the dies. So here's like a wave for the ocean. Here's some seaweed. You've got the crab, the lobster, as well as the crab, and then you have these cute starfish that's in a trio that would cut out 3 at a time. And then you have these really awesome, like I said, these are the Sunny Day Iridescent. And look at the really pretty, fun colors that it comes in. I really love this. And you also have like your big dots, and then you have your smaller ones. And they just have a little bit of like glitter in them. So that's why they're iridescent when they shine. I love how those are. And then here is the 3D embossing folder. So this gives you a deep impression on your paper, but I love the soft waves. So here you can see how the waves go. It's really, really pretty. And I do love their 3D embossing folders. And then here's the paper. Okay, the paper is just probably one of my favorites right now. So look at the beautiful bright colors. And I love that they have all the different sea creatures and with the bubbles in the background. I love that. So you have the squid, you've got the seahorse, you have some puffy fish, you've got the starfish, you've got the shrimp. I love that. And the crab and the lobster. And then on the back, you have this really pretty wavy design. So that's one. And here's the other, just the beautiful, colorful starfish. And on the other, you have this really fun stripe and dot. And then here is just a layer of like the coral. It just looks like the bottom of the ocean. So pretty. And then here is this pattern. And then you have, look at this one. It's an ombre. So I love that it shows with the colors in the paper, but I love how there's just this waviness to it. I love it. And then on the back, you have this cute pattern. And then here's the one I was talking about. This whole sheet, you can use the lobster die or the crab die to cut out all these fun pieces of the sea creatures. I love it. And then on the back, you have this cute, fun geometric design. And then here's the last one. Really cute. With the jellyfish, you've got the hermit crabs. So there's all different kinds of sea creatures. I really like the different patterns. So very, very colorful, very fun, really great bundle with the sea creatures, the ocean friends. It'll be so fun. So here is the one we're going to be making today. And I really love that it's a fun fold. It's called a overlay fun fold. And I saw this from a fellow demonstrator, Connie Stewart, and saw how she created this card. And I love just the little flap. So I'm going to show you, we're going to make that card, and I'm going to show you how quick it can go together. Okay. So the first thing that you need is you're going to need a piece of lemon lime twist. The lemon lime twist is 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you score it at 4 1/4. Okay, so I've already scored it. It's ready to go. And then I have a piece of lemon lime twist that is 4 by 4. Okay, and then I have a piece of the designer series paper at 3 by 3 1/4. So we're using that waviness. And then here is the other side of that one. You could use either one, but because I wanted the focal point to be the crab, that I went ahead and just did this side. And then you have a piece of basic white for the inside of the card at 4 by 5 1/4. And then you've got your strips of designer series paper. So this one's going to go on the top, and that one is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then you've got these two pieces at 3 3/4 by 4, and those are going to go on the inside of this layer. All right, and then you've got a scrap piece of lemon lime twist because we're going to be cutting out the coral. And then I've got my crab. See, I've already cut it out. So it's ready to go through my emboss and cut machine. And then I have a little scrap of piece of white because I'm going to stamp the hello friend on that and cut it down to size. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and glue everything first. So I'm going to go ahead and take my score line. Remember, I'm going to fold into the mountain, and I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to be making sure that it's laying flat. So it'll look like this, all right? Then I'm going to take my, let's go ahead and do the basic white. And I'm going to take my piece of basic white, and I'm going to take the 2 strips that are 3 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to glue on either side of the card. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and glue. And then this piece is going to glue right here. So we're going to do that. So as you know, I'm a big fan of liquid glue because the liquid glue is so easy to use. And if you do not place it correctly where you want it, you've got a minute or so to move it around. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. There we go. And then we'll add the other piece. Okay, there. Now I've got that. All right. And then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside before we glue it down. So here I have my thanks so much. You'll notice that I've already used this quite a bit, and I'm using Mellow Mambo, and it does stain the clear photopolymer, but once you clean it off, it'll be stained, but it'll still be clean. So, which is totally fine with me. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Melon Mambo, and I'm going to stamp the thanks so much and right in the middle. Press down, hold, and lift. I love that you get this nice, pristine stamp. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my chamois, clean it off. And then I'm going to go ahead and leave that open for just a minute because we're going to stamp. So, and then I have my lemon lime twist and I have my coral, but I do not want the full color. So I'm going to what we call stamp off. So I have a scrap piece right here, and I'm going to stamp my lemon lime twist and then stamp off. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp right on top of the thanks so much. So you get this nice little definition of the coral, but not at full strength. Okay. So that one is done. I'm going to close this up because, well, actually I have my envelope. Now, remember when you are making the cards, don't forget to stamp a matching envelope. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. There we go. That. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I need to take my scrap piece of white. Where is my scrap piece of white? Here it is. And I'm going to stamp the hello friend. Okay. Now what I like to do is I like to make sure that I have it lined up on the line. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this with the Mellow Mambo and stamp hello friend there. And now what I can do, let me close this up. Now what I can do is take my scissors and I just want to cut. So I've got a little bit of white space right there, and I'm just going to cut about the same on the other side. There we go. So now we're ready to go. All right. So let's go ahead and glue. We're going to go ahead and glue this on here. All right. And again, I'm going to have 1/4 inch all the way around the card base. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue my strip onto the top flap. Again, I have a little bit of 1/4 inch all the way around. How cute is that? Then what I'm going to do is I want to add the layer. I want to add the DSP layer to my 4x4 piece of lemon lime twist. And I just going to go ahead and glue. See, I'm going to have this here, but this is going to be covered like this. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue this on to the 4x4 piece. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I have this lined up to the white, basic white piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on there and make sure that I have it, each side is about the same width apart. And then I'm going to take my liquid glue and go ahead and glue the top part and just push it down. There we go. That's how we do the overlay. How cute is that? I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's cut the dies out. So here I have the outline of the crab, and then I also have the coral. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mini Stampin' Cut machine. Here we go. And I'm going to cut the crab first. So I'm going to lay it down. This mini emboss and cut machine is great because a lot of our dies fit it. So, and it's $66 and it's in the catalog on page 56. And so I love that I can have the mini and be able to cut most of the pieces with this machine. So I'm going to go ahead and run it through. How easy that is. There we go. Okay. And I just, look at that. Look how nice that cut. Really great. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the coral. And again, I'm going to put this in and see how it's so nice. It just fits perfectly. The width is so wonderful in this. So a lot of our dies do fit in the mini machine. And again, I'm going to run it through, having to turn it just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's take that out and put our machine away. I love that it's so portable and it folds up and it's so nice. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and take this out, okay? And it should come right out, but if it doesn't, you'll notice that there's these holes right here. And I've got my take my pick tool, but it's got the spatula side and then it's got the pokey side. And I'm going to take the pokey and I'm just going to push into these little holes. And that's what helps push out your paper from the die. So see how it poked out? And I'm going to lift it up a little bit. And then I'm going to slowly lift up the cord. Look how quickly that comes out. Really great. Love it. Love this take your pick tool. It has a lot of uses. So let's go ahead and put this together. All right. So then we're going to put the coral first. So I'm just going to go ahead and put glue, not over all of it. I'm just going to put it sporadically in some spots to anchor it down. Okay. I think, whoop, let's do a little bit more there. All right. And then we're just going to lay it, I'm going to put it basically right in the middle on top of that designer piece. And so I have some pieces like lifting up a little bit, which is sort of what I want. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my Hello Friend, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to be using our Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm just going to add 2, very easy to put together. Okay, and then Hello Friend right there. I really think that's great. Now I'm going to go ahead and look how cute that crab's going to be on top of there. So I'm going to add some dimensionals again. And because I have these claws, I'm going to go ahead and get my mini dimensionals and add a mini dimensional to each claw. Okay, there we go. Now we can go ahead and take off all of the backings of the dimensionals. Remember that they are two-sided. And they make the card pop just by layering that. How cute is that? The last thing I want to do, because I do want some shine, so you see on this crab, and look at the 2 different colors. So now I'm using the Melon Mambo crab instead of the Calypso Coral crab. But I want to add, this is our Wink Stella. It's a glitter pen, as you can see, and it has a barrel right here. And I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit. And you'll notice that more color gets in, but you want to actually make sure, because it does come gooping out, but you just want to make sure you do it over scrap paper. So see how it's coming out. So I think we're good. And I'm just going to go ahead and just color in the crab just to give it a little bit more shine, because you know in the ocean, when the sun hits the water, how everything in the ocean sort of shines. So I'm just going to do that with my crab. So cute. And then it'll look so good with the adhesive iridescent dots that you're going to use that come in the suite. Okay, so I have that done. And the last thing we're going to use now is the dimensionals. I'm always a big dimensional fan. So in this card, I used the blue. Well, actually, they're sort of green. It's a Lost Lagoon. Look at those colors, okay? The colors are just so pretty. Let me see. It's better if I show you on here. There we go. So look at the colors. Oh, I just love that. So I think we're going to use, let's use the Melon Mambo. I think that'll be pretty. All right. So again, I'm going to get my take my pick tool. And on the other side So here's the tools with the spatula and the poker. And then on this other side, I've got this apparatus that adds the putty. Okay, the putty is in here, stored in here, but as the putty starts to wear off, which I'll show you, so I can pick that off, and then I can turn it and see how the putty's starting to come out. Okay, so then we're going to take this part and we're just going to push on. Here we go. It always does this, but I'm going to go ahead and put one right there. Look how fun that is. And then I'm going to take a small one. Let's take a small one and we're going to add it there. And as you know, I'm a big, everything has to come in odds. So this, I'm going to add 3. And here's the last one. Okay, how fun is that? I love the bright colors because it's this time of the year, January, with the winter and everything. It's just fun to have some brightness to your project. So here, I just want to show you. So here's the matching envelope with this card that we just made. And then here's the other one using the die to cut out the crab as well and the coral. And as I said, it's called an overlay fun fold card. I hope you really enjoy this. And this is a great card design that you can just create a lot of different cards by using this design. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments how you like this card. And also, if you would like a copy of our mini catalog, please let me know. You can DM me or you can leave a comment and let me know. And I'm more than happy to send you one, as well as the Sale-A-Bration catalog, which is running now through February 28th, 2025. So I really hope you enjoyed this card, and thank you for watching, and happy stamping.